The race to stitch together an anti-Modi bloc is intensifying ahead of the 2024 Mahayuddh. From Nitish Kumar to Arvind Kejriwal, the satraps are leaving no stone unturned to put up a formidable front against the BJP. Now, after the Trinamool Congress suggested a joint front, today it was the turn of the Congress to give a formula 450. Ahead of the big opposition meeting, which is scheduled for the 12th of June in Patna, veteran Congress leader P. Chidambaram had called for opposition parties to come together and field common candidates on 450 Lok Sabha seats instead of different parties pitching their own candidates to defeat the BJP. Listen in.
All the non-BJP opposition must get together as far as possible. In my view, if the non-BJP opposition parties get together, it is possible that in 450 seats, we can field one common candidate against the BJP. But that is a desire, that is an aspiration. But the parties are meeting in Patna on June 12th. It is work in progress. It will happen, but it will take some time.
So on the one hand, the Congress has pitched for a common candidate on 450 seats. On the other, there is another effort to try and get the opposition together. Arvind Kejriwal is going from state to state to get the opposition parties' united support behind him to defeat the centre's ordinance in the Rajya Sabha. He has met at least 6 tall leaders from opposition camp, but once again, it's the Congress that is non-committal when it comes to supporting the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, after a meeting yesterday with leaders from the Congress in Punjab and Delhi, the Congress High Command decided to hold its cards against its chest for now. But sources tell us that there has been strong opposition to the idea of giving any support to Arvind Kejriwal by members of the Congress. Naturally, Arvind Kejriwal not too pleased.
देखिए, मैं जो अखबारों में पढ़ रहा हूँ और उनके बयान सुन रहा हूँ, वो बता रहे हैं केजरीवाल को सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे, केजरीवाल ऐसा है, केजरीवाल वैसा है। ये मुद्दा केजरीवाल का नहीं है, मैं इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं हूँ। ये मुद्दा देश के जनतंत्र का है, दिल्ली के लोगों का जो अपमान हुआ है, ये मुद्दा उसका है, संविधान का है। केजरीवाल को छोड़ दीजिए, केजरीवाल को सपोर्ट मत कीजिए, लेकिन मोदी सरकार ने जो दिल्ली के लोगों का अपमान किया, दिल्ली के लोगों की सारी शक्ति छीन ली, तो दिल्ली के लोगों के साथ खड़े हुई है। आज इन्होंने दिल्ली के साथ किया है। जैसा अभी येचुरी साहब ने कहा, कल को अगर ये राजस्थान सरकार के साथ खड़े होते हैं, कि राजस्थान के खिलाफ ऐसा ऑर्डिनेंस पास करते हैं, तो हम उसके खिलाफ खड़े होंगे। हम ये नहीं कहेंगे ये कांग्रेस का मामला है कि बीजेपी का मामला है, ये देश का मामला है। तो हमें देश के साथ खड़े होना है। तो उन्हें यही तय करना है कि वो मोदी जी के साथ खड़े हैं कि जनता के साथ खड़े हैं। मेरे साथ सपोर्ट करने की बात नहीं है। जनता के हकों को छीना जा रहा है, संविधान को रौंदा जा रहा है। ऐसे में तो पूरे देश के 140 करोड़ लोगों को, सारी पार्टियों को साथ आके और इसका जम के विरोध करना चाहिए।
The BJP naturally is already crowing about the fact that even now most of the opposition parties are at cross purposes with each other. Will anything change in the next 8 months?
ये जो एकता है, ये तो संतरे की तरीके से एकता है। संतरे को थोड़े दिन बाद जब खोलते हैं तो सब उसकी फांकें जो अलग अलग हो जाती हैं। तो ये तो अस्थाई है। कितनी गांठें लगाओगे और कितने हर दल जो है, हर दल के नेता प्रधानमंत्री की दौड़ में है। विपक्ष बताएगा प्रधानमंत्री का उनका चेहरा कौन होगा, नहीं बताएंगे। कह रहे हैं चुनाव के बाद तय करेंगे। चुनाव के बाद आप किसी अपराधी को ले आओ, किसी घोटालेबाज को ले आओगे।
All right, Gopal Krishna Agrawal, spokesperson of the BJP, R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, and Nikhil Jain, political analyst, all joining us. They are coming up with an anti-BJP mantra, Mr. Gopal Agarwal, and the BJP is calling this formula Santra. Why is that?
The mantra and Santra. The Santra is like this. On the top it shows that they are together, it is covered by one peel, but inside they are all separate. So the thing is the opposition. Now you have just now played the statement of Arvind Kejriwal. What did he say? What Congress is saying for so many days. Even Chidambaram, who was taking the press conference, he has said that it is work in progress. And when this work in progress started, it started in 2014 when they lost the election. And now it is 2023. For 9 years it's work in progress. So when it will finish, when it will go. And the unity is what? Everybody, Mamata Banerjee wants a prime ministership for herself. Nitish Kumarji wants him for himself. KCR is aspiring for his own leadership and prime ministership. Rahul Gandhi, even in Congress, there are so many aspirants. So what will happen? So unity, these are all family-owned businesses, family-owned parties. Their only agenda is to install their own family member or the individual to the top post, and their only ideology and agenda is oppose Modi.
Okay,
So
Nikhil
no
Jain,
ideology,
the argument being
no
given is
commitment.
that all the democracy-loving parties are on one side in the BJP bloc, and all the family-owned parties are on the other side.
Ms. Joshi, you know it better than I. This can be the farthest from the truth. The NDA is no longer a democratic coalition or a coalition of democratic parties. It is about the BJP and few small parties that are still clinging on with the BJP, whether it is the Shiromani Akali Dal, whether it is the Shiv Sena of the Thakres. All of their alliance partners, major alliance partners, have begun to leave them. And let's not talk about dynasty, because the BJP loves its own dynasty. Who is Anurag Thakur? Who is Piyush Goyal? Who is Jay Shah? So let's not make arguments that are cyclic. The point is that the BJP right now in the country is the biggest assault and threat to democracy, and all the opposition parties are setting aside their differences, coming together on a common platform against the BJP.
Right.
We
So you
saw
said
in the
that they are setting aside their differences. Let me actually quote to you what Jairam Ramesh said about something that happened yesterday. He said 3 months after election as Congress MLA, Byron Biswas lured away by the TMC. It's complete betrayal of mandate of Sagar Diggi's people. Such poaching has happened earlier in Goa, Meghalaya, Tripura. Poaching is not designed to strengthen opposition unity. It serves BJP's objectives. Doesn't really seem that too many people are coming together.
See, the Samajwadi Party, the DMK, the Thakre Shiv Sena, the NCP, all these parties are on a single plank with the Congress. The only parties that are not opposition parties, that are not supporting the Congress right now, is the BSP, which is also not opposing the Congress per se. It is the Aam Aadmi Party and it is the Trinamool Congress. And so far as the Aam Aadmi Party and the Trinamool Congress are concerned, they have leaders who are, let's call them greedy, let's call them ambitious, different ways to look at it, but they all have their own national aspirations, and that is why it is different to reach a common minimum program.
Okay, shots fired, Anirban Banerjee. Greedy TMC and BSP are the ones sabotaging opposition unity.
Well, it doesn't really matter what anybody from the Congress is right now, because first of all, they have to win elections against the BJP at the Lok Sabha level. We have seen in 2014 or 2019 their success percentage against the BJP in about 200 seats is less than 10%. It was 9% in 2014, 8% in 2019. Now they can harp about being a national party, we are the only alternative, etc. That's fine. On paper, they are alternative to the BJP, but when it comes to winning elections, that is exactly the place where they have miserably failed. But even after all these things, the TMC or the other parties, they have said that the opposition unity will not happen without the Congress. But the Congress has to shed this very audacious approach that they have, they are going to be the big brother in the coalition. That is exactly what they cannot be, because they are not in the condition, they don't have the strike rate against the BJP.
Your strike rate doesn't match up to your arrogance. Nikhil Jain, I'll just come to you, Mr. Agarwal. Strike rate and arrogance are inversely proportional.
See, that is a point that all the opposition parties in the country other than the Congress need to understand. Congress is a single party with a 20% vote share. No other party manages even 4% vote share. The Congress is a party with more than 50 members of parliament, and until 2 elections ago, it was a party with close to 100, it had over 200, close to 200 members of parliament. No opposition party is even a quarter of the stature of the Congress, and so far as the Congress's strike rate against the BJP is concerned, that is simply because that the Congress is a party with a very large footprint. It does contest with the BJP in even those areas where it does not have a stronghold. Let's talk about Punjab, let's talk about Rajasthan, let's talk about Madhya Pradesh, let's talk about Karnataka. What is the strike rate? Let's talk about Maharashtra. What is the strike rate of the Congress against the BJP in these states?
Okay, in these two warring sides, Mr. Rajgopalan, who do you agree with? Who's being greedy? TMC or Congress? Mr. Rajgopalan?
Congress.
Why? But they are a national party.
Congress is
having infights in almost all the states, Padmaja. In this panel, out of 5, I am the only one correspondent who covered Congress from 1977. That means some 45 years onwards. My understanding of Congress, the regional parties, DMK, TMC, NCP, JDU, they all think Congress is an extra luggage for them. Even from today's Mamata Banerjee's statement, she says at the state level, regional parties and also the Congress party must understand that state parties have their own obligations. What is that obligation? To put Congress down. In Tamil Nadu, DMK will not give more than 8 to 9 seats. In Congress, if it gets in West Bengal, they won't get more than single seats. In all 26 seats, if regional parties are going to give only single-digit seat to Congress, where is the number? Unless Congress gets 150, unless the left parties get 60 numbers in Lok Sabha, there won't be any proper alliance. That is the formula of UPA. And my understanding is 2024 is minus Congress, the fight is between regional parties and Mr. Narendra Modi, and Narendra Modi does a hat trick.
Nikhil Jain, either you can get with the program or you can be extra baggage.
That is what the Congress is looking to do, to build a common coalition with all the opposition parties. It is only the Aam Aadmi Party and the TMC with which the Congress is facing a serious problem with. And so far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned,
BRS has refused the Congress's overtures. YSRCP is not interested. You put Jagan in jail. You think Jagan is going to be knocking on your doors anytime soon? How many seats did DMK give to the Congress in Tamil Nadu?
Ms. Joshi, Jagan is not an opposition
party. Left doesn't want to have any business to do with you. You will fight them in Kerala.
DMK will give only 2 seats, 3 seats to Congress in Tamil Nadu, maximum 3.
But have they been giving statements against the Congress?
It doesn't matter whether they give statements, they are not giving you seats.
All the opposition parties in the country today, that is what Mr. Chidambaram is saying. Now, he's not saying that there will be a single common candidate on all 550 seats. Of course, there will be parts and there will be parties with which a coalition cannot be fought.
Okay, very quickly, Gopal Agarwal respond, then Mr. Rajgopalan, because what I'm really interested in. All right, fine. So you're saying, you're saying we will temper our ambitions, but where will these 450 seats come from? Yes, Gopal Agarwal respond, then Mr. Rajgopalan.
The one thing is that they are talking about the common platform. What is that common platform? Second is, the basic question is, they are all opposition considering the voters as mindless. One thing is the vote so transferable? In any place, if somebody is voting for TMC, if the Congress candidate is there, he will vote for Congress candidate. This kind of mind analysis of the voters, considering them completely mindless and not following any principles or anything, is completely bizarre. One thing is that they have experimented on this. Even BSP, SP were not able to transfer votes. So consolidating their vote, transferring this vote, all these are basic assumptions which are completely false.
Okay, so Mr. Rajgopalan, let's try and do a breakup of the 450 seats. Where are these common 450 seats going to come from? Which states?
Only in Hindi-speaking areas. Only in the cow belt. Not in southern states. All southern states, though Congress might have won in Karnataka, Madam Padmaja Joshi, I give you a challenge. Out of all the states, it is only Karnataka which may give Congress 2-digit seats in victory. No other state in the country will give more than one single digit. Apart from that, I see 2-3 contradictions in P. Chidambaram's statement. He says it is a desire, it is an aspiration. When the Congress and Congress party itself is in a disarray and the UPA is in disarray, left parties are not invited for Siddaramaiah swearing-in ceremony. And even in this panel, you see that Congress is contradicting Mamata Banerjee. I see 2 senior Congress leaders whom I reported very closely. One is Sharad Pawar, another is Mamata Banerjee. Both of them have said Rahul Gandhi should not undertake foreign tour very frequently. He is a frequent flyer. He is not interested in Indian politics. That is happening. Today also he is in San Francisco.
Okay, we will wait to see whether they have any more comments to give about his trip to America today. We'll leave it at that, but it's going to be interesting. June is when that meeting is going to take place. Will they manage to hammer together a formula before that? We'll keep a close eye. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, for joining me. Over the last 8 years, the IEC has championed the most pertinent economic agenda of the nation. Thinkers, policymakers, economists, business leaders and global influencers assemble under one roof to discuss the roadmap to transform India's economic aspirations to action. India Economic Conclave is the landmark annual property from Times Network and is India's most impactful economic event and gets the undivided attention of some of India's most influential people. From fast track to $5 trillion to the great Indian democratic dividend, themes and conversations of IEC have become a trend-setting phenomenon. To anchor pertinent conversations in this year's edition, the theme of the conclave has been defined as India, the emerging third superpower. This potential is attributed to several indicators, the primary ones being its demographic trends, a rapidly expanding economy, strategic military presence and rising diplomatic influence. All this amplified by your dynamic and incomparable leadership, which has galvanized India and put it on a path that's unprecedented.